Charlie of the Rolling Stones died, and how does the Rolling Stones go on, and all that kind of stuff. But I thought, Jesus, like, you lost your buddy.
Yeah. Well, it's very difficult to lose friends, you know. As you get older, you lose a lot of friends. And not only friends.
It was one of the most poignant and puzzling moments in rock history. The absence of the Rolling Stones at the funeral of their own heartbeat, Charlie Watts. When Watts passed away in 2021, fans naturally expected Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, and Ronnie Wood to be present. Yet, they were not. The truth behind this surprising absence is more complex than anyone imagined. Watts's struggles began in the mid-1980s, a period of deep personal turbulence. Known for his quiet demeanor amidst the Stones' notorious excesses, Watts had long been seen as the band's grounding force. While Jagger and Richards made headlines for their wild lifestyles, Watts maintained moderation, until around 1983. During this time, his measured approach to alcohol and drugs spiraled into something far more destructive. Watts later admitted that this wasn't about chasing the rock star high, it was a way to cope with mounting family pressures. "They were my way of dealing with family problems," he said. "I think it was a midlife crisis. All I know is that I became totally another person around 1983 and came out of it about 1986. I nearly lost my wife and everything over my behavior." His wife Shirley, who had been by his side long before the Stones' rise, endured tremendous strain. Eventually, Watts realized that without a major course correction, he risked not only his marriage, but also his own sense of self. By the late 1980s, he had regained control, quitting smoking and focusing on his health, a commitment that would serve him well in later years. In June 2004, Watts was diagnosed with throat cancer. The diagnosis shocked both fans and the band. After months of grueling radiotherapy, his cancer went into remission. Reflecting on that time, he recalled, "I went into hospital, and 8 months later Mick said, 'We're going to do a record, but we'll only do it when you're ready.'" True to their word, the Stones waited, allowing Watts to recover fully before returning to the studio. Remarkably, after his recovery, Watts undertook a demanding 2-year world tour, promoting the 2005 album A Bigger Bang. "It seems that whenever we stop, I get ill, so maybe I should carry on," he joked, showing the humor that endeared him to fans. By 2021, his health became a concern again. On 5 August, the Stones announced that Watts would sit out the resumption of their no-filter U.S. tour, having recently undergone a medical procedure, widely reported as heart surgery. Steve Jordan, a longtime friend and collaborator, temporarily stepped in as drummer. Watts passed away on 24 August 2021 at the Royal Brompton Hospital in Chelsea, London, aged 80, from squamous cell carcinoma. In line with his private nature, he spent his final moments with family, far from public attention. The outpouring of respect was immediate and heartfelt. Jagger shared a joyful image of Watts laughing. Richards posted a simple photograph of a drum kit with a closed sign. Wood spoke of their Beyond the Stones brotherhood, and even former bassist Bill Wyman paid tribute. Rock legends including Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, Elton John, Brian Wilson, Pete Townshend, Nick Mason, Roger Daltrey, Bryan Adams, Liam Gallagher, Brian May, Roger Taylor, Kenny Jones, Chad Smith, Peter Criss, and Max Weinberg honored Watts's talent and character. The Stones' official website became a digital shrine for 10 days, displaying only a black-and-white image of Watts. Musicians Jason Isbell and Brittany Spencer dedicated a live cover of Gimme Shelter to him. On 27 August, The Stones shared a video tribute featuring rare footage set to If You Can't Rock Me from 1974, perfectly capturing Watts's understated dynamism. Watts' funeral in Devon was private, attended only by family and a few close friends, a reflection of his lifelong aversion to spectacle. The Stones, already in Boston for no-filter rehearsals, could not attend due to logistics, pandemic restrictions, and concern for the health of the touring crew. The decision also honored Watts's preference for simplicity over grandeur. The band paid tribute every night on tour, with archival footage of Watts on screen. Their iconic tongue and lips logo was subtly altered to black and white, while Jagger often spoke about his friend on stage. Richards shared a simple image of Watts's drum kit with a closed sign, and Jagger shared smiling photos, all understated, yet deeply meaningful. Charlie Watts's journey with the Stones began in mid-1962. Already respected in London's jazz scene, he met Brian Jones, Ian Stewart, Mick Jagger, and Keith Richards in the city's rhythm and blues clubs. Though there was instant musical chemistry, Watts initially declined to join the fledgling band, already earning a steady living. By January 1963, he joined as the permanent drummer, debuting publicly on the 2nd February at the Ealing Jazz Club. Watts' steady, precise drumming became the band's backbone. Jagger affectionately dubbed him the Wembley Whammer, a nod to his hometown roots and drumming style. Beyond music, Watts contributed visual art, comic strips, and creative ideas for the Stones' publicity and stage design, including the famous 1975 New York flatbed truck performance and elaborate tour stages from 1975 through the A Bigger Bang tour. Watts's professional discipline was legendary. He never missed a concert, performed on every Stones album, and maintained a drumming style that served the song above all else. Even after his death, his influence continued. The Stones' 2023 album, Hackney Diamonds, featured 2 tracks with Watts's drumming, a lasting reminder of his contribution. Watts married Shirley Ann Shepherd on 14 October 1964. Their marriage endured 57 years, rare in any era, especially within the pressures of rock fame. They had 1 daughter, Serafina, and a granddaughter, Charlotte. Watts cherished his family and valued privacy, balancing rock stardom with a tranquil home life at Holden House near Dalton, North Devon. He also ran an Arabian horse stud farm, nurtured a passion for cricket, collected books, including a signed first edition of The Great Gatsby, and appreciated cars as objects of beauty rather than transportation. His private life was as rich and disciplined as his public one, reflecting the quiet elegance that defined him. Charlie Watts was not only a legendary drummer, but also a gentleman of rock. His music, creativity, and character left an enduring legacy, cherished by fans, peers, and family alike. Even in death, his presence resonates through the Rolling Stones' music, a testament to the quiet force behind the world's greatest rock band.